Okay, so I had pulled out this Motion Sound R3147, and it doesn't seem like the upper rotor is working. Um, in the upper rotor where it says operate or disable, uh, switching it doesn't change the light or anything. So, anyways, so it's up, operate. The lower is also an operate, and yeah, the lower rotor, which I believe is a simulator, is working, but the upper rotor doesn't appear to be working. Although I'm hearing something mechanically operating inside the unit. Anyways, just to show you an example, so let's see if I can turn. So this is with nothing on, and then I'm going to turn the slow rotor on. And then I'll turn to fast. Now when I'm playing it, it appears that the lower rotor controls the speed seem to be working, but when I go to the upper, it also isn't working. So it seems like this whole upper rotor isn't working. But anyway, that's it. Thanks. Okay, I'm trying to make a video for the issue with this Motion Sound R3147. So this is I guess this message is for Jeff at Motion Sound. So I am hearing a sound when I turn on the rotor, and I'm going to try to capture it with this video. So so the unit is on, and I with the rotor turned off. I'm going to go ahead and try to turn the rotor on to let you hear what's happening. So this is turning the rotor on. And so you could see the simulator lower rotor operating, and I could hear a motor at least in there, and then this is turning it to fast. So it looks like I had to open it myself. On the top of the unit, it said to send it back to Motion Sound, but when I contacted Motion Sound, they didn't want it. You know, it's a 24-year-old unit, 25-year-old. So he encouraged me to cut it open myself with an X-Acto knife, box cutter, and you can see that it's sort of crude cutting. but it did the job. I was able to put a new belt on that shows here. And once I had the belt put on, I went to a fabric store and bought some felt to line the gap. So around the where the insulation is, I just lined some felt there so it would help seal it. That's some of the material that looks like they spray over the insulation, and you can see the gap there. So I put the felt in there and then I taped it with gaffer tape. I wanted something that stuck well, but didn't stick so much that it would, if I ever had to open it again, that the box would get torn apart. Anyway, so I researched it for a week or so and settled on gaffer tape by ProGaff. And it went pretty smoothly. I just ripped the sections apart and taped it up, and there it is back in the rack. I used paper to slide it back in there because the foam was so gripping on the sides. But I put paper in there and then I pulled the paper out. This is just some close-ups of the connections, which I'm glad I had. So I could reconnect it. And yeah, so I just put the lid back on and connected everything back up, and it seems to be working fine. So I got my keyboard system all hooked up after repairing my Motion Sound Rotator Leslie speaker. And now that I got it all hooked up, I just wanted to kind of show it off. Yeah, so that's the Nord, the Prophet 5, the Mini Moog, the fixed rotating speaker, the radial keyboard mixer, Pro 1, and then it's all going into a Roland keyboard amp. And anyway, yeah, just to play a couple of the sounds. So this is the organ, and then I'm going to engage the Motion Sound. And then that's turning it off. So this is just like a Wurlitzer with a vibrato on it. I, let me... Anyway, just some of the funny sounds. And that's the way I have it set up. Seems like the motion sound is working good. And that's it. Cool, thanks.